January 8, 2026. Daily Bread. Passage: Exodus chapter 4 verse 1 to 17. Key verse. Verse 5. Title: Moses was weak but God was strong. Then Moses answered, "But behold, they will not believe me or listen to my voice, for they will say, 'The Lord did not appear to you.'" The Lord said to him, "What is that in your hand?" He said, "A staff." And he said, "Throw it on the ground." So he threw it on the ground, and it became a serpent, and Moses ran from it. But the Lord said to Moses, "Put out your hand and catch it by the tail." So he put out his hand and caught it, and it became a staff in his hand. "That they may believe that the Lord, the God of their fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, has appeared to you." Again the Lord said to him, "Put your hand inside your cloak." And he put his hand inside his cloak, and when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous like snow. Then God said, "Put your hand back inside your cloak." So he put his hand back inside his cloak, and when he took it out, behold, it was restored like the rest of his flesh. "If they will not believe you," God said, "or listen to the first sign, they may believe the latter sign. If they will not believe even these two signs or listen to your voice, you shall take some water from the Nile and pour it on the dry ground, and the water that you shall take from the Nile will become blood on the dry ground." But Moses said to the Lord, "Oh, my Lord, I am not eloquent either in the past or since you have spoken to your servant, but I am slow of speech and of tongue." Then the Lord said to him, "Who has made man's mouth? Who makes him mute, or deaf, or seeing, or blind? Is it not I, the Lord? Now therefore go, and I will be with your mouth and teach you what you shall speak." But he said, "Oh, my Lord, please send someone else." Then the anger of the Lord was kindled against Moses, and he said, "Is there not Aaron, your brother the Levite? I know that he can speak well. Behold, he is coming out to meet you, and when he sees you, he will be glad in his heart. You shall speak to him and put the words in his mouth, and I will be with your mouth and with his mouth, and will teach you both what to do. He shall speak for you to the people, and he shall be your mouth, and you shall be as God to him. And take in your hand this staff, with which you shall do the signs." Daily Bread Message. If there was one thing Moses learned from 40 years of wilderness life, it was that he was weak. He was raised as a prince of Egypt. He studied under the best teachers of Egypt. He acquired knowledge and felt there was nothing he could not do, even the liberation of his suffering people. But he was wrong. After his initial failure, after living as an exile, his view of himself changed. Tending his father-in-law's sheep in Midian was a learning experience. Sheep were helpless and demanding. Moses slowly learned to be their shepherd, which would later help him lead the Israelites to the Promised Land. They were just like sheep. Moses had learned that he was weak, but there was another thing he had yet to learn: God was strong. Moses stubbornly held on to half of the truth, that he was weak, but had a hard time accepting the other half, that God was strong and that he, not Moses, would deliver his people. God patiently planted faith in Moses through miracles. A staff turned into a snake and then back. His hand became leprous and then healed instantly. God also gave him a promise of a miracle, that the Nile River would become blood. Yet Moses was slow in accepting God's call. This time, he brought up his speech problem. Prayer. Father, thank you for your long-suffering patience in planting faith in me. Amen. One word. I am weak, but God is strong.